Holly. Let me see if I can help you see me better. There you go. Hi, welcome back to my channel. So I literally just got home from a run to the mall. I had to return stuff to H&M, of course. I always have to return stuff to H&M. While I was there, I went to Sephora. So I thought, since I still have makeup on and I'm still mostly dressed and energized, I would film my most recent fragrances I've added to my collection video, as well as a mini Sephora haul for you. Now, some of the things I am going to show you I didn't get on this Sephora trip, and I did talk about them in a vlog, but I don't know that everybody would have watched that, so I'm just going to add them in here. It's just two things. It's not a big deal. I figured that to keep you all in suspense, I would do the Sephora haul first. Now, there are perfumes in here, so those will be the first perfumes that I segue into the collection video with. And I'm pretty dang excited about them. I hadn't heard anyone talking about these. Mostly I get my perfume news from Facebook, and no one on Facebook was talking about these, so I'm pretty excited about it. But let me just talk about the two things I had gotten last month that were from Sephora. So I picked up the Sephora Clear Brush Tip Eyelash Adhesive. This was on sale during their Sephora sale, and I think I paid $2 for it, which my favorite lash glue is the Kiss lash glue, and it used to be $2.99 on Amazon. Last time I checked, it was like $5.99 or $7.99. The price had increased quite a bit. So to get a lash glue for $2, you know what? If it works really well, that will be awesome. And if it sucks, it's not going to be that big of a deal. I'll just order the Kiss one again anyway. No harm, no foul. And then since my birthday was in April, I did get my birthday gift. Because of the selection in store, I chose the Kosas gift. And I mostly picked this because of the brow product, the brow gel, and it's clear. And I'm always on the hunt for backup brow products. But I also tried the gloss that it comes with, and I really liked it. So these two things were from an older Sephora purchase. Let's talk about the fun stuff, the new exciting stuff. It's not that exciting, it's not that fun, it's just to me, except for the perfumes. So I picked up from the Inky List. I really love the Inky List for an affordable skincare brand. I prefer it over The Ordinary. I have said that in the past. I got from them their salicylic acid cleanser. In my vlog today, I was talking about, or yesterday, whatever day I filmed it, I was talking about how my skin has been kind of acting up. I wanted something a little stronger than my regular daily cleansers. So when I saw this, I decided to try it. I've had a lot of good luck with the Inky List in the past, and I've used their salicylic acid product in the past, and it was really successful. So it's a fairly good sized bottle. I believe the total cost of this was $13, which is not, that's not really much more than if you buy like Clean and Clear or Clearasil at, yeah, $13. That's basically a drugstore price. So the second item I have two travel sizes because they're items that I don't go through very much or very often, and I definitely didn't want to shell out for a full size. I have almost finished up my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour stick, and I picked up from the brand Westman Atelier. You can't see that probably with the reflection. This is their Petite Face Trace Contour Stick. So this is in the shade Biscuit, which is the lightest shade. I swatched all three shades, and I have a tendency to go for a fairly dark contour shade, but the consistency of this felt like it might be a little bit difficult to blend out, so I didn't want it to be so dark. This Biscuit color is a really nice, neutral, cool toned shade. It's a little bit more fair than I would prefer for a contour stick, but I think it will work, especially when my skin is pale, which it almost always is because I don't tan. I feel like buying the darker color would have been me overestimating my skin tone because I'm pretty pale. So this, I haven't heard anything about this, but yeah, I decided to go, since I had the little size, I decided to go for it. I also caved to the hype and I picked up the small size of the one size, Patrick Starr's one size Until Dawn setting spray. This is the setting spray that's supposed to keep your makeup like glue on your face, and a lot of the things that I hear about this make me laugh because I think drag queens still do this, but back in the day when I was growing up in the early 90s, that for special occasions you spray your face with hairspray, and I feel like that's basically what this is just hairspray for your face. Hopefully it has better ingredients, is a little bit more safe for your skin than straight hairspray, but yeah, this has a lot of nostalgic value to me, so I will definitely be trying it on whenever I get, you know, like a night out, or if I have a look that I want to stay all day. I'm gonna try it for myself. That is the makeup products. Now we have the two perfumes. That's right, two perfumes. The brand that I'm going to show you just launched a line of fragrances, and I'm so excited to try these. Is Charlotte Tilbury's new fragrance line, the Emotions fragrance line that she has launched. So the fragrances are, so I'll put them on the screen for you, but the fragrances she has launched are Love Frequency, More Sex, Joyphoria, Cosmic Power, Calm Bliss, and Magic Energy. So when I was at Sephora, I smelled every single fragrance in the line and they were all good, okay? The ones I was personally most drawn to are the two that I have purchased, but I also loved Joyphoria, which was a yellow floral, like a solar yellow floral, but not beachy. It wasn't like salty suntan beachy. It was just a beautiful solar yellow yellow floral. Cosmic Power to me was probably the most generally Cosmic Power, and I would say Love Frequency were both the most generally like kind of like perfume, mainstream vibe, like designer style. Love Frequency was a woody floral with a very designer vibe, much like made me think of like Mon Paris, that kind of scent. And Cosmic Power is a spicy amber fragrance. It gave a vibe of like a Chanel Mademoiselle or yeah, something kind of like that. No, like not something fruity, but with like a spicy, fresh, florally, woody vibe, if that makes sense. My personal favorites were Joyphoria, Calm Bliss, which was like a oceanic, very watery, beautiful scent with a lavender note. So if you don't like lavender, you probably wouldn't like it. Magic Energy and More Sex. Of course. So it looks like you can take like a quiz to find out which is your best fit for your energy, blah, blah, blah. That's not really I just realized you couldn't see me again. That's not really my jam. I just like to go with what I like. So what I liked, they had every scent in stock except for the purple one, Cosmic Energy, I think was the name of it. That one was not in stock. But after I smelled these, Joyphoria, Calm, whatever it is, More Sex and Magic Energy. I didn't want it anyway. So I ended up picking up the travel sizes of Magic Energy, which is a I'll see if I can, I'll put the note descriptions, of course, down below, because I've already put it away. But this was the more, I believe, woody green fragrance. Obviously the color is green, but it is a spray, and I only sprayed them on paper. So this is my first time spraying them on me. It's a little bit green, it's a little fresh, it's a little aromatic, but it's super woody and definitely has like some patchouli and sandalwood in the base. These I don't think are gonna be extremely long lasting or very beast mode type of fragrances, but for like a mood environment or a quick pick-me-up, I think they might be good. Oh, so pretty. And then More Sex. This one looks like it was opened, so I should have checked that first. I'm not going back to Sephora to exchange a perfume just because it looks like it's been used. No, I think it's fine. So this one was the type of fragrance that's kind of like my element that I've kind of always gravitated to, which was like a very musky, sensual type of fragrance. Oh yeah, it's like skin musk, woody, something leathery. I think there is leather notes in it. Yeah, there's definitely a leather note. It's just sexy, obviously. So I'm gonna be trying these guys out. The full sizes I think are 100 ml. They could be 50 ml. I will put that information down below as well, but they are $150, which Miss Tilbury, that's a little cray, if you ask me. The 10 mils were 25, the roller balls were 25, so that was fine because that's a really regular price for a roller ball. And 100 mil, if there are 100 mil bottles for 150, I might be tempted into purchasing a full size of something that I really liked. But based on how these seem to be performing, just from what I was smelling in the store and now kind of like on my skin, they sit pretty close to the skin, it seems like. And I don't know if I'd want to spend $150 on a fragrance like that. It's just my personal take, but I don't know. Who knows? We'll have to see. We'll see how the line does. We'll see where they end up, if they go to the gray market at any point or anything like that. But so these are the first two new additions to my fragrance collection: Charlotte Tilbury's More Sex and Magic Energy, number 1 and number 5 in the collection. Alrighty, let's get into the rest of the perfumes that I've added to my collection. I know you have been waiting. Sorry about that. I'm going to start with a couple of decants. I always have a few decants because every now and then something comes along that looks really interesting to me, but I feel like that I really can't trust that that's something I'm going to want a bottle of. So I have two 5 mils. They're both 5 mils. They're just in different shaped little bottles. And the first one is from Manos Gerakinis. I think that's how you say his name. Yeah, Manos Gerakinis, and it is the scent Imperial Malt. So when I saw the description for this fragrance and the listing, I thought this was gonna smell amazing. And it smells okay, but it doesn't do it for me the way I expected it to. So I'm smelling the other perfume. Right now I'm sniffing it out of the bottle and it smells beautiful, but on my skin it did something funky. So I'm gonna keep trying this. I actually haven't tried it since I first got it, so maybe it did need to settle, maybe it needed some time to like macerate, because when a product is decanted, air does enter, and so that air has to emulsify basically with the molecules of fragrance. So I should give this another try. And then I also picked up a 5 ml decant of Nell'Acqua. I hope I'm saying that's Italian, and it's like scarier than French to me. And the scent is just called Macaron, and it's a straight sugar scent. Even just sniffing it from the bottle, it's straight sugar. I put this on me after I got it, and I got so sick to my stomach. Like, these really heavy sugary scents, just, they make my head hurt, and that headache gives me nausea. And so I haven't sprayed this since then, and I probably won't. I'll probably either gift it or trade it in a swap. But those were the 2 decants that I picked up. Then I also have another small fragrance, but it's not a decant. It is an oil fragrance that I got from House of Glory. And I was really wanting a beautiful carnation fragrance. And so I was looking at the different places, the different indie brands I knew that did blend your own perfume mixes. And House of Glory had quite a good selection of notes. It was only an oil-based perfume. You couldn't do a EDP, but it was also pretty affordable. So I ended up building a perfume from House of Glory. So here are my notes. At the top is marshmallow, and then chai, carnation, and tonka bean. Came packaged in a little box like this, and the bottle says perfume made for you. And this, oh my god, I get the chai and the carnation when I just opened it up right then, but this is so good. I would so pay money for an EDP of this fragrance. That marshmallow note gives it just enough soft sweetness at the top. The chai and the carnation work so well together because they're both spicy sweet, but with the chai you get a bit of musky kind of tea, and the carnation you get that floral, and then tonka bean at the note, tonka bean at the bottom instead of vanilla makes it a little bit darker, a little bit richer, a little more sensual. This is so good. Like I said, I would pay good money to have this in an eau de parfum, but that's just like, they just don't make them that way, so that's how it is. But yeah, if you want to try it for yourself, you can go to House of Glory's website. I don't know if the order matters, but my order was marshmallow, chai, carnation, and tonka. I don't care if you copy me because it's really good. Moving on, I had gotten a decant of Baby Cat. It was actually just a sample of Baby Cat from a friend, and I didn't love it. Like, I didn't really see the hype around it, and so I let my sample kind of sit. And like I said, even decants and samples will macerate. And when I found it again and I started and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna spray this on me, I was like, who is she? I kind of like her, but I didn't like her enough to go out and buy a bottle of Baby Cat, that's for sure. So I did go out and buy a bottle of Rificot from Paris Corner. I believe that's how you pronounce the name of the fragrance. This is the box. It's this one, and she's nice. The bottle, like, this was an inexpensive fragrance. I bought mine on fragrancebuy.ca, and this was an inexpensive fragrance. I think I paid $35.99, It's leathery, it's sweet, it's a vanilla, like a suede vanilla. Very sexy, very night out appropriate. A little bit maybe too much for me just as a daily driver, because it's got some strength. She's got some potency, but for the price point, as a dupe, quote unquote, of Baby Cat, I'm glad to have this. I layered this with my decant of Gourmand Coquine, and I absolutely adore that combination. If I didn't have such a small amount of Gourmand Coquine, I would definitely wear that combo quite a bit. But yeah, so not one that I ever, like, definitely, I'm not really into Arabic perfumes to begin with. And this is definitely not, Baby Cat was definitely not on my radar. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I have picked up the scent from a group buy on a fragrance group that I'm in on Facebook. I picked up the scent Jezebel from Max Fulmer. It was rumored to be very similar to Angel Share. And of course, I've never owned Angel Share, but I had just used up my bottle of Angelic Elixir. I do have Tonka Cola, but I thought that I really like the DNA. It's not going to hurt at all to have another fragrance in that DNA in my collection, and especially since this is really kind of an opportunity that I won't have again. Baby, tell me why this smells better than Angel Share. I have smelled the real Angel Share at Sephora and Neiman Marcus, Saks. Jezebel smells better than Angel Share for show. Oh, it's very rich. There's a liquor, sweet, spicy, seductive, just a hint of like cherry liqueur mixed in the sauce. It's so beautiful, and that bottle is so beautiful with that stunning red glass. Oh, I have been kind of setting this aside till I filmed this video. I got this back in April, and I've been setting this aside till I filmed this video, and I'm so excited to be able to take it out of the box and just be able to look at her, because just the bottle is so gorgeous. It's one of those ones that I would definitely keep and display when it's empty, and the scent is to die for. If I hadn't already purchased Tonka Cola, I definitely would not purchase Tonka Cola in lieu of this. But you can have both. You can have them all, for crying out loud. This is so good. Jezebel from Max Fulmer. And then last but not least, the most recent additions. You guys, it was showing up on Facebook over and over and over, and it was buzzy, and people were talking about it, and people were complaining and saying negative things. So of course that piqued my interest, and I ordered them. I actually wanted the one, but I ordered the other because it was so affordable to buy the set. What I'm talking about, of course, is one of the newest releases from Sniff. I think they have a couple of other like brand names, but it's the Slice and Soda combo. So we have Slice Society, released on April 24th, and Soda Snob, also from April 24th. So they're so pretty. I didn't realize that the packaging was going to be so luxe. I haven't actually opened the bottles yet. I've just been using the testers because, just in case I decide that I don't want to keep them. But I wore Soda Snob today, and I loved it. It smelled amazing. And I've been wearing Slice Society. You guys, this is Soda Snob. So I used up about half the vial today. It was the first time I'd worn it. And it was a little overwhelmingly sort of cola, like caramel. But once it dried down, it settled on the skin. It was so sweet and just a little bit fizzy, and like it really did feel like an elevated sort of coolness, like cool vibe. But Slice Society is my favorite. I've been savoring this one just to make sure that I don't change my mind, but Slice Society doesn't smell like pizza at all. I know some people say that they get a vibe, a pizza vibe. I get a crusty bread vibe, but I don't get a pizza vibe at all. I get sweet, crusty, buttery fruitiness at the top, and then in the mid, like basil, and again, like crusty, buttery, and then the dry down is just like really sweet, buttery crust. Like there's no weird tomato sauce or like weird topping. Like there's nothing weird. It smells really good. It's definitely a gourmand scent, but it's definitely for gourmand people who aren't into overly sweet scents. If you want a sweet scent, go for the Soda Snob. But if you want to try gourmand that's a little bit outside of the box, try Slice Society. Just order it because you get the sample and then you can return it if you don't like it. So I would say go for it if you are on the fence. It's definitely, it's good. And the funny thing is that the reviews that are coming out are all pretty good for something that was talked so crap about before it was released. It's not a long lasting, like the longevity is mid to low. It's definitely skin scent. Projection is low. Soda Snob, I think projection is a little bit higher, but the longevity is still like mid. But anyway, these two I got for my birthday, and I'm really happy about it. I really like them both. This was the first time I bought from Sniff. I don't know if I will buy from them again. Maybe if something else catches my eye the way the Slice Society did. Because I wasn't even going to buy Soda Snob, even though I really love a cola note. I just didn't want them both. But with the duo, and then I got a discount, I only paid $85 for both fragrances, so it was a pretty good deal. So those are the fragrances I have added to my collection, as well as a small Sephora haul. If you don't want me to add other haul type items into these videos, please let me know. Because normally I would do the Sephora haul portion in my vlog, but because I had perfume, I added it here. But I will keep the perfume only here and do the rest on my vlog if you're not interested. All right, let me know. I love you mucho, and I'll see you in the next video.